Hi friends, this is the Tarot channel, Consult Tarot, and I'm your tarot reader Shravanthi. So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can use tarot to help you judge a relationship and help you find out if somebody is your soulmate, or help you find out if you're going to take the right decision of getting married to your present partner. And I have seen many girls or many boys, many people as such, having a lot of doubts when it comes to getting married or having a relationship, or maybe choosing the right person, because that's a very crucial decision in somebody's life. So this guidance in tarot is not available even in many art forms of divination, including astrology, numerology. You cannot precisely predict whether that particular person is your soulmate or not, or that particular person is a very compatible person to you or not. So tarot is a model where you can answer all these questions, and it is a model where you can find out whether a person is compatible to you or not. For example, once I had a person, a client who came to me, and he was very confused about whether the girl he's dating is the right woman for him or not. So in the guidance session I got a series of major cards, and in which it indicated that after the women had come into his life, he would have had a downfall in his career. So when I told him that this would have been the case after she came, and he was not aware that such a thing had happened, then when he recalled, he found out that yes, he had a change in the business, and the business was very sluggish, and he was expecting some other outcome from the business, but it was not possible. So guidance like this can be precisely predicted in tarot card. Of course, in the Western society, there are a lot of people who take tarot very seriously, and they use it even for weekly guidance. There are some people who use certain guidances whether to check out how will the week be, how will the particular day be, or how will the particular event go on. And in this tarot, it is very, very important for you to choose and decide whether the true soulmate, you found the true soulmate or not, or when you're getting married, whether it's the right decision or not.
Are you all my personal dreams?
And how would you able to consult me? So I am based in Chennai, and the Western tarot readers and the Indian tarot readers have a vast gap. Why? Because Western tarot readers predominantly use the combination of pictures. They use a combination of all the other elements, whereas in the Indian tarot, it has a slight variation where we bring the 5 elements into force, and we use the 5 elements in predicting whether the answer is true or not. Western tarot has one unstable element where sometimes the answers can go crisscross when the energies are very disturbed. Why? Because you don't have a stable element of predicting. For example, when you take astrology, you have your date of birth, your time of birth, your precise place of birth. So this is the chart you know for sure, and you have stable techniques. Whereas in tarot, there is a huge instability where you don't know what this particular card means, because there might be thousands of meanings for a single card. That is why we use the elements. For example, we use the 5 elements of air, water, fire, ether, and the earth in predicting how tarot would be very effective. This is also taught to you in a course led by us, and we have an online course where we would be teaching the basics of tarot cards as well as the advance of tarot cards. And I've seen many people being interested in tarot cards. Why should you use and learn tarot cards? Very, very simple. It is a self-developmental personal tool which you can use it for your own life improvement. For example, imagine that you are in a very crucial situation where you need to decide. You need to decide whether you want to do this or you don't want to do this. Rather than going and consulting an astrologer, taking an appointment, waiting for 5 days, if you learn tarot, that would be a great tool for you to help making decisions in your life. So we have a basic and an advanced tarot class where we would be teaching in detail how we train professional tarot readers. For example, in the basic, we would be teaching you the history of tarot cards, how it came into origin, what are the 78 cards in tarot, what are the meaning of each cards, and how each card deck and how each division, the major arcane or minor arcane, what element it represents. For example, what element does pentacles represent, what elements does cups represent, wands represent, swords represent, and major cards represent. And then we'll also be teaching you how to shuffle the card, how to find out whether the cards are open to do a reading or not, and finally how to say yes or no using tarot cards. So when it comes to yes or no, it is a very, very difficult question. You can even answer questions like, when would this happen? And some people would be like, when will I get married? And the cards will come, we can predict after 2 years or after 6 months. But when people ask questions saying, will this happen or not? It's a very straightforward question. It's a 50-50 possibility. So you need to have a very strong base for you to predict, especially in tarot cards, whether the yes or no is possible or not possible. So we would be teaching how you would be able to say yes or no. And finally, we'll also be teaching you in the advanced of tarot cards how numbers are used in tarot cards. The 12 numbers, how is used in tarot cards, how to combine 2 numbers and predict in tarot cards. Then we would be teaching you the various spreads in tarot cards.
Everything you know is in your mind.
it comes to spread, you could have seen that there's a love and relationship spread, there's a past, present, future spread, there is the a celestial spread. There are a lot of spreads in tarot, the Western tarot, but in our tarot course we have around 50 spreads where we would be teaching you about how timeline spreads can be used, how event spreads can be used, how specific yes or no spreads can be used, and other miscellaneous spreads can be used. For example, you can predict how the next 12 months would be there, because there does not exist a concept of predicting in the long term future. There are people, tarot readers, who say you can only use tarot to predict this year, only for a short period of time, only for this particular period of time. No, that's not really true. You can predict how the next 5 years of your career is going to be. You can keep predicting if the technique of tarot is solid, and that technique of tarot does not rely only on the pictures. You can't predict based on the pictures alone. You'll have to see all the other components, including the numbers, including the elements, including the positive and the negative elements. There are a lot of things which you put into play, and that is how tarot becomes more and more effective. So I would just give you a short example. If you are doing a reading and suddenly there's a person who's asking a question to you, and you get a card saying the justice card. So if you see the card justice, there'd be a person sitting, he'd be like an emperor, and the card just means justice. Now how do you use that particular card to correlate with the answer? That's very tough, because people are there who can predict psychologically, people are there who can just do soothsaying, there's a lot of positivity around you, something good is going to happen for you. But when it comes to decision making, it is very, very tough for you to guide a person in decision making. So that is how our course is tailor made for you to take certain decisions very precisely. And this particular course of tarot, both basic course and advanced course, will be very, very useful for you. Similarly, if you have any queries relating to love and relationship, you can always consult me. I'm just a click away. You can visit my website consulttarot.com, and you have products there where you can opt for a 15 minutes question session or a 30-minute session. You can just over a call get the reading done, or through a video call. That would be very easy. And this tarot cards would be a very important guide for you to whether the person you're going to marry is the correct person, whether you are choosing the right person or not, whether the present person is right or a next person is gonna come for you, and whether the time period of marriage will it be positive or not, will you get along with your in-laws, will you have a happy married life, will you have kids. All these questions can be easily answered through tarot cards, and you can learn, and you can also get the predictions done. All you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and visit my website. Thank you.